Voice of Metal. Like and subscribe. Don't forget, we definitely need your help for the channel to grow. So I appreciate you guys all being here. Welcome back. I wasn't sure what kind of topic I was going to talk about tonight, which I'm not going to make a huge long video. But I guess one of the main things I want to talk about is some of the new songs out. Especially, I know a lot of people are not huge fans of Metallica when it comes to their songs, but you know it's kind of one of those things that a lot of people that are fans haven't been anticipating a new album from them for a while, including myself. I mean, I do appreciate some of the work that they do, even though sometimes it's not always the way everybody would like or the way they used to be. But the thing is, innovation, change, making something new, something a little more fresh, something that they've never done before. And the thing is, they're not under any label as far as a record label goes, so you can't say that they're selling out to that because they're doing what they want to do. So to me personally, they're doing it for themselves. Probably the band, probably every one of the members. I do know the new topic is rather interesting because it's about suicide and this, that, and the other, and I know there's a lot of songs out there that deal with that. I know "Sleeping with the Enemy" from the Butcher Babies is definitely one. There was another one. I think "Happy" possibly is one as well. From what I take of it, I mean that's a lot of things. This, like I said, the songs are pretty obvious, and other ones are definitely not. And there's also ones from back in the day, from the '80s when I was growing up. Um, I'm not sure. I think Skid Row did one, but I'm not sure. But yeah, one of those things is a very sensitive and very important topic that I think that we all need to address, and we also need to do our best to keep an eye out for people that we love and care about. That's to that point where they might commit suicide. I know there's several people that we've lost several different ways in the music industry, along with people that have committed suicide, and one that wasn't that long ago. Unfortunately, I don't know her name offhand, but she is in was a singer for a metal band, um, and good friends of some other members that I really like as far as their music goes. So, um, and it's funny how there's a one individual I do know that actually she does talk about that stuff because she has taken um, suicide. Um, I'm not sure if it's a prevention. I don't think it's prevention. It's more like a counseling for that, so they know they usually know the signs of that stuff. But even when you do know all the signs and you're qualified to determine that, doesn't always necessarily mean that you're gonna know what those people are feeling at that time, because this might just come out of the blue. They might look perfectly normal. So so be on the lookout for that for people, because we need to help those people that really need our help. I think that's a very strong and important message. I didn't put that in the title, but I might add that later. As far as the whole suicide type prevention, so that was the main one I wanted to talk about, because I mean that's pretty much what it talks about. And also, from my understanding, what James has mentioned in an I think it was a video he did with somebody about the new album that's coming out, is it's supposed to be about your whole life when it comes to, from when you first were born to 18, when it's, I think, was it so many, I forgot how he put it. I have to look at the video again, but anyway, that's kind of what it's supposed to be about, which is kind of important because really him and his livelihood, and I'm sure there's a lot of other musicians out there that are metal musicians that may not have started off right off. Well, they probably started off right out of high school, being in the metal industry and not having that connection with people, and that's part of the reason why I think this actually this channel would be really important. So I'm hoping that if you guys like and subscribe and follow my channel, that if I get enough people on here, and this is what I'm hoping for, because you are the ones that are going to decide whether or not this happens or not. It's not on me, it's on you guys. So I really appreciate anything and any support that you guys give to the channel. That means so much to me. Part of it is the whole reason, one of the reasons that I want to do this is because for me personally, I know the music that I like, and I kind of have an idea usually what will be huge. But the other thing was, and to share it with you guys. Number two is getting to know the people behind the music a little more in depth. I mean, something more, a little more intimate and personal. Maybe not too personal, but enough so we actually get to know the artists that we all love and enjoy. And I think that's very important because they're people just like us. They have feelings, they have emotions, they get upset when you do stupid things sometimes as fans. And yeah, we got to respect that. I know when I was talking to September Morning, we had a lot of a dialogue coming back and forth about the music industry, all of it, how it works. But I didn't get to know them as a person. I did, yeah, actually through Instagram, it's a good way to kind of know what the people are like. I know one musician, actually, he does love to cook. He's actually from Ohio, where I'm originally from. I forgot what part. But it was like, oh, wow, I didn't know he was from Ohio originally. And I think he still lives there now, which is kind of cool. So, it's not the most fanciest state in the world. And there's other people that are around that area that have come from there that are in the music industry. And I know my cousin's son that plays guitar really well, and he opened for Mushroom Head and a couple other bands. I don't know all of them. He also worked with the crew, the whole band basically, of As I May Lay Dying. Sorry, I have a hard time saying that sometimes, so I apologize. And to the band, I apologize to that, because I would definitely love to have you guys on here. So if you guys ever do see this, or even he tells you guys about it, that'd be awesome. Get in touch with me. I would love to have you guys on. And if you're a new band, if you're a local band in Colorado where I'm from, that'd be awesome. I would love to have you on here. We could talk about it. I mean, maybe not just the band, but like people in the band on their own accord when they feel ready or they would like to talk, and get to know, for people to get to know who they are and their music, because I think that's important. I think that's the one thing that I think if we know them and they know us, then that type of thing may or may not, hopefully not happen. It happens to everybody, including them. Even if you're super famous, uber famous, they're just like Robin Williams. He passed away, was a long time ago, but it was because of suicide. It wasn't because of a fan or somebody hating him and this, that, and the other. It's one of those things that just happen. And you think somebody that was funny all the time would not have that issue or problem, but it's a fact that it can and will happen to just about anyone possibly in their life. Hopefully we're strong, but not always. We can't always be strong all the time, and especially the people that we idolize. And as far as I'm concerned, somebody told me that I'm just a fan. No, we're family. That's how I see it. It's a huge family, and I'm a part of that family, and I believe that we are all in this together. I want to make the metal industry, or the people in metal, the bands and stuff, to be well known by even the younger audiences. I do know that the one band that right now is making that happen a little bit. It's breaking that, pulling the curtain behind so that people can see behind it. Like, oh, this is what the metal industry has to offer. Is Bloodywood. They are a younger group. They have the YouTube knowledge to first of all research, get some feedback on the music that they're playing before they play it. Kind of get an idea, maybe a certain riff or a sound. Say, oh, this sounds really good, and then put out their album. They have made huge, huge impacts in the music industry as far as metal goes, and I think that's great. I mean, I think there might be some other ones out there. I don't know that, but and I knew this from the very beginning. I had a feeling, just from what I felt, the way they were doing their music. I wasn't sure how long it would take them, but I knew fairly shortly that they would be fairly huge. And I bought their first album. I haven't bought a new album forever. And I thought, this is the album that I'm definitely going to buy, because I can say, yes, I've added it to my collection of all the songs that have made it huge out of all the bands that I've listened to. And most of the ones I've bought specific albums because I like the music, I like the stuff that was going on in there. And I don't own every single Megadeth album. I don't own a lot of other bands' albums. There's only a few that I actually buy every single album, which is very rare because I don't, well, it depends. If I hear it on the radio, usually I do, but they don't have airplay. And I'm learning now with exploring the streaming service, which actually brought me to several different bands that I wouldn't have heard otherwise, like King 810 and September Morning and Butcher Babies and who else? A bunch of other ones. I even Decapitated. That wow, talk about that. And even Machine Head. Machine Head, I kind of think I knew, but anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, with them and Machine Head, and then they had Ginger with one of their songs. It was phenomenal. They're great songs. So I have a feeling those are going to be super huge songs, and the album is going to be really good too. I think they are very awesome, very cool. Gotta check them out. I'm even going back to like 80s and this, that, and the other. And also another band, Obituary, has just put out another album just recently. And the person that told me about it, I said, oh, by the way, did you know they're having a new album out? He said, oh, really? So he's going to check that out. He's going to end up buying the album himself. So that's got the excitement going. So I think that's great, you know. Not only we're getting new music out there, we're pushing those boundaries out there to get that back into the limelight, where people know who they are, that it's gotten huge. And somebody mentioned that I was talking to today, or yesterday I think is what it was, about metal or metal music being dead. It's like, no, trust me, there's so many bands that haven't put out albums for years that I've seen surface, like in Living Color and who else was it? Sacred Reich, which I didn't know that much about them. When I was growing up, I didn't hear much of their music, but now I love the music that they play. It's so fucking awesome. I forgot what else. There's so many bands out there that, you know, it's hard to keep track of every single band, every single member of every single band, like Lamb of God. I mean, I don't know all the members of the band, like all the other ones. I do know some of the big ones, you know, like, of course, Slipknot and things like that. I know some of the guys in there. But, yeah, it's rather interesting that about these great bands that are coming out. There's all these new bands that are coming out. So hopefully I can get some of those people on here. I know the one local band that I was really impressed with was Persia the Heretics. I think if you haven't checked them out, they are from Denver. Check them out. There was a band that opened for Max and Igor Cavalera that was really impressive, but I didn't catch the name, unfortunately. So I'm not sure if I'll ever actually get to meet him again. And I actually met the bass player's sister there in the audience. She was taking pictures of him. So, and I think I mentioned that in the last broadcast. So that's what it's all about, is family, this, that, and the other. People that you know. Sorry, I thought I heard some. That actually brings a lot to the table. I think it's really awesome. So hopefully, I'll get some people on here. But like I said, the more subscribers that I have that show that my channel is growing, that's gonna be what they want to see. So if they don't think they're wasting their time talking to me, and so that way you guys can either ask questions on the live stream, or two, maybe I can actually set it up to where I could get some Q&A kind of questions going, so that way we can ask them about them as a person, individuals, their life, their lifestyle. I think that would be great, because that's what I want to know. I mean, it's about the music and the new albums. We might touch a little bit on that, but a little bit of both. So it's the albums, the songs, why they wrote what they wrote, what's the song maybe a little bit about, if you guys want to know certain information about a song, and a little bit about themselves. So maybe we have a segment of both, like certain parts. I think that would be awesome. So that's what my main focus is, and that's what I'm trying to do. So once we get that going, and we have some people, that'd be awesome. I'll do like a video chat with them, kind of like some of the other streamers out there that do metal music and stuff like that. I want to know them. I want to know what they're like. And that's what this is about. Knowing the band, knowing the people in the band. So that way you guys are like me, not like me, that you don't know. You may not know everybody, but hopefully knowing the people in the band, knowing their names, you can say, oh, I know this person, like Randy from the bass guitarist for Stitched Up Heart. My glasses were so old, I hadn't had them checked for a while, and it was kind of hard to see the stage. And here he is, he's sitting at the merchandise booth, and I made a complete fool of myself, unfortunately. But hey, it is what it is. Because I go, oh, do you play for? Do you work for the band? And my son goes, oh, but Dad, that's the bass guitarist. So, and I said, oh, sorry. But anyway, yeah. But now I've talked to him a couple times online, so hopefully he'll be cool about it. I said, I won't forget you now, trust me. But he's a really great guy. He's phenomenal. And every once in a while, I'll post something and he'll reply back. Oh, and also, I think there might be a really wonderful woman that might just do an interview with me. I know it's not quite metal, but it is music. And she is a good friend of somebody in the metal industry. And I think she'd be awesome to have on here, because she seems like such a sweet woman. And getting to know her, and the music that she plays right now is phenomenal. If you've never heard of her, you need to check her out. Lux Lawless. The newest song that she put out, I think, is Glass. I'm not 100% certain on that. And just like all the other songs out there, like Obituary, check them out. And Lux Eterna. Was it Lux Eterna? Oh, it's called, what was that song's name? Screaming Suicide from Metallica. There's Fall Out Boy, I guess. There's a bunch of them out there. So yeah, there's also I can't think. Baby Metal has got a new album out, I guess, apparently this week. In Flames, Skillet, Veer Union, Insomnia. Okay, I never heard that one before. As Everything Unfolds, Twilight Force, Acid King, Ad Infinitum, Jesus Peace, Charles Grants. Wow, there's a lot of them. Black Honey. I never heard of Black Honey either, so I'm gonna have to check them out. So this is all stuff that I've never heard before. This is on their website, so I'm gonna have to check this out. So I might have to send that to myself. This is the Loudwire's Spotify playlist of all the songs this week. So I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm gonna have to start adding that to my, maybe put a link down below for one of my broadcasts for the week, so that way you guys have that link. I think that'd be great. So that way you can check it out for yourself. Listen to some of the new stuff on Spotify. Even though I use YouTube Music, doesn't mean that you can't do it. And maybe I could use that and add those to a playlist on YouTube. I think that would be awesome. So I will let you go. Don't forget, Voice of Metal, like, subscribe, and watch. Check it out. And hopefully we'll have some really interesting, cool stuff later on down the road. But I need you guys to smash, annihilate, totally smash the guitar over the like button and subscribe. So that way we have that in our corner. So that way we can do what needs to be done in order to get you guys a little closer to the people and the bands that we all know and love. Or I should say our metal family that knows how to play instruments, right? That's how I look at it. We're all a big, huge family. Kind of like Corey was saying, you never know. So he does that with all of his concerts. He always talks about that. And yeah, I think that's important. I think it really does. It means a lot. And even when the pandemic happened, there was a couple online concerts, especially the smaller bands. Those are the ones that actually said, "Oh, I remember seeing you here and you there," even though you're not physically here with us in our studio performing. We can visualize you guys being out there, cheering us on in a virtual reality world. It'd be kind of cool if there was some way of feedback and that audience, energy that we all know and love, we all enjoy, because that's part of it. It's like Chad. Chad was doing that with Mudvayne. He was talking about this, that, and the other. People just don't get it, this, that, and the other, about the metal thing, So, and then even Max and Igor Cavalera had this great turning off the lights, turning on the phone lights. And it was so wonderful. It was so beautiful. It was so awesome. That tells you the unity and the love that everybody has for each other. And like Chad was saying, if the guy falls down, pick him up. So don't forget to do that. Help your fellow man. Just like the suicide, watch those people, keep an eye out, and help them out. If they need help, try to get them the help. Maybe try to convince them that they, to get the help that they need, so that way they're around for people. I know personally, I lost my dad years ago, and it was about the time that I kind of got to know certain bands, and somebody actually I wanted to get to know a lot better, because I wanted to get to know them long before that. But with everything going on, I couldn't do that, unfortunately. So hopefully, maybe later on, I don't know, we'll wait and see happens. Maybe something will. It's hard to say. So it mean a lot to me. So I will talk to you later. Don't forget, Voice of Metal, like, subscribe, follow, and come watch me live. I'm hoping I won't be on too late, so that way everybody can see and watch it while I'm online. I know I've got a few subscribers. A couple people left, probably because it was boring as hell, is what they thought. So, but hey, this is the beginning. So don't think that this is not going to change, because it probably and definitely will, because I'm going to try to make it happen. So if you guys will support me, I'll try to do the same thing to get that out there for you guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good night, and hope to see you real soon, maybe in the live chat.